Hi, I'm Natalia and this is my video blog about creating a slow fashion brand. Welcome and hope you enjoy my experience. This is my first episode, so here I'll be covering two topics. Who I am, kind of my point A, and why I chose slow fashion while not having any previous experience in this industry. Let's go. I've been living in Lisbon for the two past years now, and as I said previously, I don't have any experience in fashion, design, or business whatsoever. And for most of my life, for 6 years, I've been working with text. I've been doing copywriting, translating, interviewing, and then just a bit more of arts. And I also wrote and published a book about capoeira. Well, for the past 2 years, though, I took some kind of sabbatical. I hope I pronounced it right. Sabbatical. Yeah, and I was trying to figure out what I can do that I enjoy that will somehow help the world and bring me money, of course. And I tried so many different paths, like mindfulness instructor, like being an artist and giving art workshops. Oh, what else? What else? I've been teaching capoeira. I tried at least, and yeah. So here I am, and now I think we can move to the topic number two, which is why slow fashion. So how I ended up being in the slow fashion industry. About 8 months ago, I got really pissed off with greenwashing. I don't even remember what it was, but I've been always pissed off with greenwashing actually, but at the same time, I kind of got scared by the news. They were terrifying, like catastrophic, and I realized that I have no knowledge whatsoever in sustainability or like environmental science that would help me to understand if the news are just being scary on purpose to get more views or they're actually adequate and we are like going to hell. Well, that's how I ended up on a very serious sustainability course. And yes, of course, sure, fossil fuels are the big enemy and the villain number one, the biggest polluter in the world, which means. But to my surprise, fashion is the second biggest polluter in the world. And I'm like, wow. And then I started to look closer to it and I found out that sustainability as a whole is like super complex issue. And in fashion, and it's not something obvious sometimes. And this is why greenwashing in fashion industry was so easy because like imagine, I'm not going to tell you why is this, but maybe in the comments you will tell me or you'll guess. So for example, you know that importing wool from New Zealand to the UK is more sustainable than producing wool in the UK and producing then clothes with it. I'm not going to tell you why, but it is so, and it's not obvious and it's not intuitive. So I started to study even more, and while when it comes to fossil fuels, I don't even want to look there. There's so much money and it looks so aggressive and like so bad that I have no idea what to do with it. But fashion seemed more appealing and interesting, and I was kind of, sustainability is becoming a big trend in Portugal. I've been observing like countless brands claiming that they were sustainable, but certification and organic materials on every corner. And I decided to look into it closer, and at the same time I bought this shirt from a very sustainable and interesting Russian brand. And I got curious and I started to look for the garments made from the same material. If you guess what it's made of in the comments, I don't know, I'll tell you about them. So I'm not telling you yet, but I haven't found anything. And that's when it came to me like, well, this is such a great material and nobody uses it in Portugal or in big scale in Europe so much. So in September, I came across a small manufacturer that agreed to work with me, and they also had previous experience working with this kind of material, and I was so happy. But guess what? It's January 2024, and I have one prototype out of 5 ready, and I ordered them in September. I'm telling you, fashion is so much harder than I imagined. And then I started to look deeper into the problem, and I realized that everybody has the same issue. It takes much longer than you assume it would take to produce a nice garment, and that manufacturers are actually like good manufacturers are rare. And well, anyway, that was the topic number 2 covered, and here I am. Let's see what I missed. Anyway, yeah, maybe I haven't covered it very well, but surely I saw an opportunity. I was looking for a thing that could possibly help the world, disrupt the existing fast fashion, the existing systems that don't work or harm the environment. And well, and I also like fashion. I like to dress up. And for example, this is from the vintage store, and this is from the sustainable brand. These jeans, they are not sustainable in the way how they're made or where I bought them, but kind of I got tired of them, and they got some nasty dots on them. So I basically ordered hand embroidery. So I have very nice embroidery here, and I love them again, and I use them again. So I'm very proud of how I dress, but I also understand that so many of my friends just don't have time or energy to do this, and people deserve small brands that produce good quality clothes that are affordable and made to last. So I took this opportunity, and here I am. What I'm going to cover next, I plan to cover a course in sustainability, no, it's called Sustainable Fashion Management, which I successfully passed yesterday, and I finally have my certificate, and it was so exciting. And I really want to make like a review of what I've learned there, because it was priceless, really. And also I really want to delve into the details of working with the manufacturer and how a person without any connections or previous experience got to find somebody to make clothes for them, and how I came up with designs if I'm not a designer and I don't have a designer. Yeah, so if you're curious about this, please subscribe to the channel, give a like, leave your comments in the comments, whatever. Thank you for watching. It was really nice. No, it is very nice if you reached up until here. Love you, thank you.